Okay, my day's always interrupted when someone wants to instantaneously believe everything they're told with no regard to logic or verification. They just instantaneously believe this garbage. So my sister thought she was going to prove outer space to me once and for all by sending me this garbage with William Shatner going up in a rocket, seeing or looking down on Earth from outer space, which is all complete garbage. First of all, there's a number of problems with this. The first problem is half of it, the rocket taking off, is all CGI. I mean, for any of you guys that are familiar with PlayStation 1, what was that, 10, 15 years ago? The CGI there is better than this. Well, I'm going to show you the rocket takeoff, and it's pure 100% CGI. Now, what I'm showing here is we have a 90-year-old William Shatner with his compatriots allegedly aboard this capsule that detached from the rocket, and they showed a rocket coming back in to land horizontally, which was all CGI. When you see the impact of this capsule landing on hard, solid ground, which kicks up dust for thousands of feet, if you have an IQ over 99, you will begin to see my point that anyone aboard this thing would suffer severe injury if there were really people on this thing. Okay? And it's going to land on solid ground and kick up dust for thousands of feet. Are you kidding me? That would be like going on a runaway elevator. Now here you can see where the windows are. The seats are not that far from the floor because the windows are there, so while you are seated you could look out the window. So I would say the seats are even lower than the window, so you can look out. Now, not one time do you see any of these clowns looking out. Alright, this capsule is made of a hard material and even metal, which such an impact would translate right up through that and into the human body, causing severe injury, broken bones. You cannot be shielded from the impact that this thing experiences. It's just makes me angry that they think we're so stupid to believe this. Look at that. I mean, look at it again. Look at how hard this thing lands on solid ground, kicking up dust like that. Imagine if some poor fool was standing under that. He'd be dead. No, the human body is not built to take such force. Okay, now another point is that these scumbags at SpaceX and Virgin Galactic never have even one ambulance on standby should anything go wrong. Okay, not one medic, ambulance, nothing. If someone was severely injured in there, they'd be at the will of their own ignorance, at the mercy of it. What I'm saying is there's no one aboard this one. This video that my sister sent me has about 20 edits in it. So what they're doing here is they drop this capsule out of a high altitude cargo plane, push it out, the parachutes blast open, and this thing floats down. Okay, and it does this terrible crash landing. And then they have another capsule, an exact copy with the same parachute, over yonder. And these actors with William Shatner get in and then get out when everyone's thinking they just came from outer space. There's two capsules involved in this video. There's this one thrown out of a cargo plane, and then there's one that never left the ground. They get in, they're given a cue, and then they get out. They go from this quick edit and then to the real capsule with the liars on it getting out. It's spliced together, it's an edit, and that's how they do this garbage. Now, someone like my sister is going to say, well, I just seen it land, where'd it come from? And I'll show you where this capsule came from. Okay, this is how they do it. There's the cargo plane, and there's the capsule. This isn't the capsule in question, but this is how they do it. They go up in a high altitude cargo plane. And they open the back bay door, and this occurs. Boy, I wish that would stop doing that. This thing's flying up in the air. They open the back door. Let me get it to where they open the back door. Okay. They open the back door, and this garbage. This is how they get it. This is how it happens. It's released from a high altitude cargo plane. And then you believe it came from outer space. It did not come from outer space or detach from no rocket. This is what they do. They fool the masses, and the hypnotized population, they love it. They love this crap. They just love it. Now this is all CGI. PlayStation 1 had better graphics and computer generated images, way better than this. See, again, this launch is also paying homage to Osiris and the phallus. If you don't know what phallus is, go look it up. Look at this. That's faker than anything I've ever seen. That's disgusting. Okay, that is akin to 20-year-old CGI, a B-rated, B-class movie. This video is riddled with edits, and not one media outlet is allowed in. They do this all on their own, and then give the finished product to the news. Alright, this is all staged garbage. People will never understand, and it just makes me furious. You know, when I first learned the truth 5-6 years ago, I celebrated it, and it was a joyful thing. Now, when I see this garbage, it's just very, very annoying. Very annoying. People they just had their independent logic and character drilled out of them with indoctrination since kindergarten. You need to understand that you are not verifying anything. You do not understand what's going on. You only instantaneously believe it. That's what we were programmed to do. To instantaneously believe everything they say. I mean, I pointed it out 20 times per a Fox News article. They're so brazen. The mockery is so deep that they can say that science wants to move the Earth, Sun, and all the planets to another location in space to avoid killer asteroids. And they're working on the technology of stellar engines. They're going to slap a steering wheel on the Earth, and the Earth is going to tow the Sun and all the planets and our moon to another region of outer space. You know, Einstein, the plagiarist that he was, would be turning in his grave. How could you escape the alleged curvature of space-time and the asteroid belt? By Jupiter or Saturn. How are you going to bypass that? It's all science fiction. And they got William Shatner doing this and all the garbage unexplained mystery shows he's doing now because of the remark he said that went viral. That he was asked about science and science fiction, and William Shatner told the truth. They are one and the same. There's no difference. Okay, so he's a liar. He told the truth. Now he's involved in all this garbage to smooth that over. There are no other cameras allowed here except these scumbags. No human being could survive an impact such as this. This is terrible, man. The mockery is so perfected. Look at that. Nobody on there. If there were people aboard that, they'd be severely injured, if not killed outright. Look at how high that dust goes in all directions. You know, if anyone was standing under that, or there was a car under that, it would be destroyed. Okay, the shock waves that would go through that capsule would translate right into anyone aboard it, just like being on a runaway elevator. These people are incredulous. Now they show them all getting out. No ambulance, no media, just the SpaceX Virgin Galactic crew. They're going to show these clowns get out of here. And no problem. Look, see how close? He's still sitting in there. You see this? He's right there. The seat is right there. And that impact would have severely hurt him, if not outright killed him. So what I'm saying is this, not this capsule, the one that we seen smash the ground and send up all that dust and debris, that one was thrown out of a cargo plane. When that parachute activated, it came down and did that crash landing. Horrible impact. Then they had a second capsule, mocked up capsule, an exact copy, 1 or 2 miles away with these clowns aboard it. And they edited it all together to make it one video. Any fool can see it. They're all edited. This is terrible what goes on. Here's the scumbag William Shatner. No problem. Perfectly all right. No problem. Come on, that dude would be severely injured if he would have really landed in that capsule. Now here, the scumbag sellout William Shatner tells the truth. This was previously to this staged rocket takeoff and landing.
Balance science with science fiction. They're both the same. Science and science fiction are essentially the same.
Okay, they're both the same. They are the same. According to these liars, science and science fiction are the same. Because the science he's talking about is scientism. And when you cannot demonstrate what you're trying to teach is real, if all it is propped up with is theory, then it's only science fiction. You got to have faith in it. That's what a theory is. Your basis to have faith in the garbage they're teaching. And here is one of the rockets coming in for a reverse landing with no media allowed, out in the middle of nowhere on the ocean. And look at the CGI of it. It's fake. Computer generated images. They say that's real. On a little platform out in the middle of the ocean, no media, just the liars at SpaceX. And it's the way it's all ran. And people are incredulous. They are brainwashed, suffering mass hypnosis. And the only reason they believe this isn't because they understand it or have verified it. It is only because they've been programmed to instantaneously believe everything they say. That the teachers and the guys in white lab coats are hundreds of times smarter than we are. And all we are to do is read or hear it instantaneously believe it, memorize it, and regurgitate it. And that's the dumbing down of an entire earth. And they embrace it. It's terrible. I don't know what else to say.